So recently, there's in the news, Trump's or staff members in the White House are catching the coronavirus. Uh, Trump's valet, a valet person of Trump has tested positive. Um, uh, the Vice President Mike Pence, some staff members of his has tested positive. And then there is a secretary person whose staff members have tested positive as well. Can't remember the name to be exact. But I think Trump is trying to use the fact that his staff members have been testing negative and then now test positive to try to use that as a reason to not use test because they can one moment test negative when you don't have it and then test positive when you do have it.
Can you bring us up to speed about a member of the Vice President's staff who is now tested positive for coronavirus? This is now the second staffer in the West Wing.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about it. Does anybody want to talk about it? She's a wonderful young woman. Katie, she tested very good for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden today she tested positive. She hasn't.
Yeah, all of a sudden testing positive. That means she somehow, between the test that she took previously and the one that tested positive, she somehow came into contact with somebody or somewhere that had COVID and caught it. That's what it means. But Trump has a hard time understanding what this kind of testing means.
Come into contact with me, spend some time with the Vice President. It's I believe the press person, right? It's a press person. So she tested positive out of the blue. This is why the whole concept of tests aren't necessarily great. The tests are perfect, but something can happen between a test where it's good and then something happens and all of a sudden she was tested very recently and tested negative, and then today, I guess, for some reason she tested positive. So Mike knows.
Okay, yes, that something happening is catching the virus or it building up enough in your system to show up on the test. Because Trump is an idiot, this is why he doesn't understand what these kind of tests look for. You can look for either like antibodies, which show that you've had it, or other kinds of tests that show that you may have it at the moment and not have had it recovered from it. And it just this whole pandemic is just another chapter of the Trump administration showing how ignorant and stupid this Trump is, and how he doesn't really understand how anything works. And the fact that he is the leader is kind of astounding. How someone this dumb can actually become a leader.
About it, and Mike has done what he has to do. I think he's on an airplane going to some faraway place, but you'll be able to ask him later on. But they've taken all of the necessary precautions. I understand Mike has been tested, Vice President, and he tested negative.